Gemini, welcome to your full moon reading for July 2022, full moon in Capricorn. Maybe you guys are already really starting to feel that full moon energy. Remember to look it up in your chart too. We each have Capricorn in a certain sphere, certain pie slice of your natal chart. So if you ever want to understand exactly where this is affecting you the most, go ahead and check out your chart. You guys are the only sign that I have thought to tell that to. So little Geminis always wanting all the info, all the ways they can learn. All right, there you go. We've got an angel card for you. And, oh my gosh, that's so funny. Study, learn, grow, expanding the mind, and look at oh my gosh, look at just this gorgeous enrichment and life infusion that's going to come at ya. With letting something be blown open, inspiration, new ideas, new thoughts. So if you are already in a school of study, continue on, allow your brain that mental activity to just really expand your horizons, let it inspire you. This is going to be a time where digging into any project that you've put on hold, or just allowing yourself to pick up a book you haven't in a while, right? I'm always shocked at that. When I pick up something or get into something like a really good fiction book, it can even just expand my mind, expand my little universe in massive ways. So lots of new energy, new horizons, and new internal horizons. Her eyes are closed and she's just really holding space to be inspired and taken away on a journey there, a rainbow journey. Gorgeous. And I love that, of course that would pop up when I was talking about how curious and studious Geminis are, wanting all the information, all the ways that you guys can learn. So take that and run with it, Gemini. Seems to be super on point for you guys. Let's get you guys an archetype card for the full moon, and then we'll do kind of a little mini reading here with the Deviant Moon Tarot deck, which I love so much. Page of Pentacles, starting something new, are we? Who got a new job recently? Who is looking for a new job? Who's ready to hear about a new job? All right, Gemini. So first card out here is going to be where you guys are at. How are you feeling? What has come to fruition for you guys? What's blossoming here for this full moon for you? What are you ready to let go of? And what are you ready to start building? All right, so study. So a real focus here. And this is an angel card too. So it's what's really looking over you, what's going to be the most benevolent energy sort of surrounding you this full moon. Let that mind just go. Let it study, let it open up to new, exciting endeavors. Gorgeous, the Bardo. This is so cool. Get ready to so this is your archetype card. And the Bardo is talking about being in that liminal space. So how beautifully do these two synchronize of softening the mind and letting yourself go, Gemini, to places in the in-between where you are going to pick up new information, new downloads. I love all of these, remind me of ancestors, ancestral lineage, ancestral healing, people who are still surrounding us, who are excited to give us their knowledge. It's this liminal space in between worlds where there are so fewer limits than there are here in the world. And that's really what we're get excited about when we're talking about study and expanding the mind, is being in that liminal space. Study is just a potential way of finding this in between where so many new things are possible, so much new vision. Look at that. It's just a huge eye in the middle. So really beautiful. New perspective this full moon. Gemini, new ways of looking at things, new perspectives coming in. Let's see where you guys are at. The Emperor, okay. Incredibly strong. Starting off just incredibly strong here, Gemini. Feeling good, feeling in charge, feeling like you are in complete command of the world at large. Let's see what you guys are releasing or blossoming for you. Knight of Swords. So this could be calming some kind of conflict this full moon. This could be putting to rest something that has been particularly snippy. Maybe there's a certain conversation or a certain thing that's been going on with you and someone else in the family, at the workplace. Whatever this is really looking like, What's blossoming for you this full moon is the resolution of something that hasn't felt very good in communication. Look at all those teeth. The Knight of Swords just comes in and he's like, I have all the ideas and I'm rushing in and I'm going to give you all of them and I don't really care how it lands. So when we see the Knight of Swords in reverse, it's really, and if this is where you are blossoming, what's blossoming for you, what's culminating, what's finishing, is like not having to, also learning how to do this. So maybe this is you really coming into a place of feeling like you're going to have more mastery on how you use your own words, Gemini, and how you communicate. And that's really important because when we are in this emperor space, it can be really easy to just like tell people what to do. Like when you are feeling an emperor vibe, you've got it going on. Like, you are in a place of serious personal power. And so oftentimes we need a soft touch in order for that to translate, or you can be domineering. This can come across as, power plays potentially on one end of the spectrum. So don't be an ass, Gemini. It looks like what's blossoming for you guys is really learning how to temper your excitement with whatever it is you've got going on. Okay, what are you guys ready to release this full moon? Hello. This is the first time we've seen the moon card too, this full moon. You ready to release being tied up by the unknown? So when we see the moon card, this is a time of darkness. We don't really know what's going on. We're facing a lot of our fears. How do we react when we're in the dark about our life or a certain circumstance or not knowing? You're releasing feeling tied up or feeling beholden to the unknown. So incredible personal power here, Gemini. That's really beautiful. And what are you ready to start building here? King of Cups. I love this combination because this tells me you're doing it. You've succeeded in really being a person who is in complete personal power and also now in the seat of your heart, ready to communicate from an incredibly powerful place and ready to hold space for other people from that place of like the wounded healer, someone who the wounded part is important because this person knows how to hold space for others because of their own experience. We have as much empathy for others as we can have for ourselves. And this king has gone through it. They hold massive space for other people. And so maybe this full moon for you, Gemini, is really going to allow you to deepen your heart space in a very practical way in the world where you're able to be a support for other people. And conversely, you might be really finding another support for yourself here. Okay, let's do a 3-card pick for you guys if you want any clarification on that, or if you would like an answer to something, a certain question you've been thinking about. We'll do a little 3-card pick with the Aquarian Tarot. It's a totally different flavor here, which I also love. I could not get into this deck for so long, and now I can't get out of it. I really enjoy it. Okay, whoops. Let's do another couple shuffles. So feel free to think of a question. You are welcome to pick card 1, 2, 3, or all of them. Totally up to you. Choose your own adventure. I'm going to lay them out. Card 1, 2, 3. If you need more time to kind of think about your question or which card you'd prefer, feel free to pause the video. Okay, card 1 here. 7 of Swords. 7 of Swords is always my self-sabotage card. I love interpreting it that way because ultimately, if we're seeing this manifested as someone else screwing us over, I know that can be the really traditional way of reading this card. You know, we manifest things in ourselves first. So it's always usually a card to me of self-sabotage. Where am I cutting myself up? Where am I letting myself down? What am I not being true to myself about? Where do I need to be even more selfish potentially? Where do I need to claim space? And in doing so, if you are feeling or noticing that there is something unfair in your environment, someone who's not treating you properly, that will get cleaned up once we clean up our internal environment. So where do you need to clean up your mess, your internal mess, potentially? If this is an external mess, setting boundaries here is going to be really important, and addressing anyone who isn't treating you right. Okay, card number 2 for you guys, Gemini. Card number 2. Come at me. All right. Nine of Swords, a lot of thinking. So facing your fears. I actually really love seeing the Nine of Swords. It's one of my favorite cards because oftentimes the Nine of Swords for me comes up when I'm already feeling a certain way. And when I see the Nine of Swords, I'm reminded that it's just my fear. This is ephemeral. This is beliefs. This is thoughts. This is anxiety. So for me, that's comforting because I understand, oh, it's not physical. It's not tangible. This isn't like a bear running at me in the woods. This isn't something that is a real danger I need to face. This is my nightmare. This is my fear. And so when you see this, it's always about addressing your fear, addressing the anxiety, and self-soothing, having a conversation you need to have with someone else, but understanding that this is addressable internally, and it isn't necessarily terrible things happening outside of yourself. This is us facing down fears from the inside. And card number 3, Ace of Swords. Of course, Gemini, you would get all swords here. Gemini coming in full force. New inspiration, new ideas, total clarity around a situation. This is like insights coming in out of the blue. And these are also going to help you feel calm and like more in your heart space. So not all swords cards are made alike, obviously, but look at the roses on these, which are really such a symbol for the heart and how open they are, how calming and soothing these pink and lavender tones are. We don't even see the tip of the blade here. This blade is rooted, and it's just like so powerfully a symbol of you being clear in what you want and what you want from an open heart, and what's going to create more connection, more love, more clarity, and more groundedness from you. So if this was a full reading, this would be a really beautiful like 1, 2, 3 punch if you chose all of them. Anyway, Gemini, I hope you enjoyed the reading. Happiest full moon to you guys, and we'll catch you on the next one.